Not my thing, so I'm going to keep this short like Bronx Bus. Actually, let me get into this real quick. It pisses me off. I flew all the way out here, and you guys give me 60 seconds. My name is Dana. Is that not trans enough for you liberal fucks?
Yes, so new video's gone viral of Dana White getting onto the wokies. I think in recent times it's fair to say that we're all fed up of woke. We're fed up of woke being pushed to us through cinemas, through Disney, through schools, through propaganda, media, social media. We're done with woke. And only a few people can come out and talk out against woke. And Dana White is someone who can absolutely do that, as he's done many times in the past. He gets onto woke and he doesn't care about any kind of backlash. The only thing I would say of Dana White is I do believe he needs to pay his fighters more. But that's a story for a different day. But he's clamping down on the wokies. Let's get straight to it.
Not my thing, so I'm going to keep this short like Bronx Bus. Actually, let me get into this real quick. It pisses me off. I flew all the way out here, and you guys give me 60 seconds. My name is Dana. Is that not trans enough for you liberal fucks? No?
To Kevin Hart.
All right. Tom, you played for the Patriots for so long that I was actually starting to feel like you were from Boston. Then I saw you running. I was like, no, he's definitely from San Francisco. You led the league for 20 years in passing as a straight guy. Come on. What's it going? Hey, I got two of the baddest dudes in the world here right now. Sugar Sean O'Malley and Max Holloway. Tom, you would have been a great fighter. You're already the master of the ground and pound. That's what you call coffee dates with your boyfriend, Alex Guerrero. One more thing. You people probably don't know this, but Jeff Ross was very interested in the UFC. He thought it meant unlimited fried chicken. I love you, Tom.
That was a good one. So first things first, he was all right. I saw the other roasts as well. Everyone was roasting Tom Brady, just giving it to him, from, all angles. No Diddy. But I like Dana White's one. He spoke out against the wokies, the liberals. He didn't really talk too much about it, but he was just, throwing a bit of shade at the wokies. And if we speak about that, let's just talk about that just very, very quickly, because I see a lot of films coming out now. They are absolutely doing poorly in the ratings. They are losing. I believe Disney is losing billions. I believe it's billions, not millions. Could it be millions? No, billions of dollars from their woke agenda. And it's absolutely harming it's harming every industry, and this is why the term go woke, go broke was a thing, because a lot of people, a lot of institutions, companies, individuals, private individuals that was going woke were just going broke. They were just losing money, because things that worked 20 years ago, 30 years ago was fine. That's what we grew up on. And people are trying to change the narrative. They're trying to change, they're trying to change things too much to please absolutely everyone and be so inclusive to everyone. And people are just not gravitating towards it. And this is why a lot of these woke institutions are going broke. This is why a lot of these woke companies are going broke. Okay, so whilst we're at it, let's look at another video of Dana White owning a woke reporter, I believe a few months ago after Sean Strickland's fight. So let's get straight to it now.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone, and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Free
speech. You control what people say? Gonna tell people what to believe? Gonna tell people... I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks or what he says or what his beliefs are or what his opinions are. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, to someone who does watch the UFC, Dana White is very much against this woke propaganda. He's very much for free speech. A lot of people say free speech, but they don't really mean free speech. They mean you can talk freely on things that I don't mind. Then once you start going into dangerous territory where, I think you need to be censored a bit and you're not watching your mouth, then you're cancelled. But someone like Dana White is very much he's against censorship. He's very much pro speak your mind, free speech. He's very much for your own ideas, think for yourself, fight for yourself. I do give that to him. So he's very much against this woke propaganda that's being pushed down our throats too much and too many times. But if I could just make another point to this, growing up, I loved watching the Macho Man films. I loved watching men, tough, strong men, behave in such a way. I enjoyed watching a feminine woman. A man's crazy about this feminine, fine, nice woman. And he's trying to get her. And he's going through many stages. He fails at many stages. And then eventually he gets his chance and then he gets her. The contrast of the masculine energy and the feminine energy in a film was what made the film so addictive. We enjoyed watching, these kind of films growing up. But just as time has gone, yes, you can make a few adjustments. I'm not saying that you can adjust things however you see fit. Adjust things here and there, put a few tweaks in here and there, but it's not been no adjustment. It's been an absolute change in what was working and what people enjoyed seeing. And now you go to cinema. I don't even like watching films anymore now because they're just super woke. And it's just, I'm seeing a woman beating up a man in a film. I can't remember what film it was. A woman was just beating up all these men. And I'm just looking at the film like, it was on Netflix. And I'm just there like, and this isn't just one, like this was a few. And I noticed what was really going on, the hidden agenda that they were trying to push. They were trying to confuse us. And I was thinking, but is that really? And it's just not believable. It's just not believable. Where'd you ever go in this world and you just see a woman start whipping guys, whipping 10 guys, whipping 5 guys, boom, 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 just taking them all out? You don't really see it. You don't really see it. You're not going to see it actually, because it's something that doesn't happen. And that's what makes the film. It just takes away from the film because you're like, this doesn't happen. So why are you pushing this, through Netflix? And then you kind of switch off because it doesn't make sense. It really just doesn't make sense. Not saying a woman can't take on a guy. I'm not saying that. It's very possible a woman can take on a guy and beat a guy up. But I'm saying in the films, how they make it seem like women are just more powerful than men physically, when that is absolutely not the case. And men are more physically, superior, as it pertains to physical activity, sports, etc. So this is facts. This is facts. So when they're pushing these kind of propaganda tactics in a movie, I can see why they're losing so much, billions in revenue as a result. Because people simply just can't relate to it. You can always make adjustments, as I said, but just don't go off the script completely and just try to appeal to a different kind of people. I honestly think corporations have looked at this LGBTQ era and have said, okay, cool, this is a new untapped market. So we need to now change all the films that was working and making us the company that we are now, that have given us billions of dollars. We now need to change it to suit this LGBTQ era and make them proud to be who they are while still holding our old audience. And that just never works, as we see, because this is why they're losing so much, in revenue. And they will continue to lose more in revenue if they carry on with, this agenda. But I don't know, these people at the top, they clearly have an agenda that they want to push and they want to be successful, they're going all out at it. And even if you're not conforming to it, they'll try and cancel you and get rid of you as fast, as quickly as they can, as aggressively as they can. So this is their kind of way to push their tactics. But in the long game, I don't think this will work. Common sense will usually always prevail, no matter how much you're trying to eliminate it. It will always prevail. It might go through some rough patches as we're going through now as human beings, where people are saying this and that, and apparently mathematics is sexist, and apparently, you know, I'm hearing the craziest stuff. But common sense will prevail in the long run. Absolutely. But anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.